What's going on YouTube? Day back again, and today we've got something a little bit new. This is by Zhiyun and this is the Smooth 4. What it is it's a camera gimbal for your smartphone. I think I found a hack to be able to use a GoPro with it. I am super stoked to get into this. Let me give you a little backstory how I ended up with this. I ended up ordering a Zhiyun Crane Plus for all my other cameras. As many of you know, I have quite a few. The problem is, once I ended up getting it, none of my cameras, even with the lenses that I have, were heavy enough for it. I would have had to add weights and everything, and that just would not do, so I ended up sending it back. About the same time, they ended up releasing this, so I went ahead and pre-ordered this. Now this is $139 on Amazon and pretty much anywhere else. As usual, there will be links down in the bottom. Now this is not going to be a full review video. This is just going to be an unboxing and overview on it, and I'll give you just a few quick thoughts on it because I have used it just a couple times. Taking a look, let's get the shrink wrap off of here. Now, as you can see, this has a lot of features. I actually have a DJI Osmo Mobile and it works okay. The app is sort of This, I think for a lot of people that enjoy doing Instagram stories, Facebook video, and even using their phones for YouTube videos, this is going to change a lot of things for them. Taking a look at the backside, it shows you everything that ends up coming with it. It does come in white and black, though for some reason the white is, I think it's $20 more to get the white version. So I did not get that. On both sides it does have a sealed sticker, and so we already popped that. Inside the package you're going to get a quick start menu, and you're going to get the crane, which is in this nice dense foam case, and I actually kind of like it. It's nice, compact, easy to throw in a backpack. Taking a look at the instruction manual, it just got some quick settings on here. Attach the tripod base, which it does come with. The pan follow, the locking mode buttons, the PhoneGo, the full follow, how to put in your phone, how to be able to flip it if you're, especially if you're doing like Instagram stories, how to connect to the ZY Play app, disclaimers and warnings, many disclaimers and warnings, safe operations warranty period, and just for your certificate of warranty. And it does have a review code on here, reviewed by number 3. All right, so popping open the phone case. Like I said, it is a nice dense material. It is shaped just for everything that comes in here. What you end up getting is a tripod base, a charging cable, the crane itself. So one of the things I really like over the DJI products is they actually included this. So you just screw that onto there, and I like attaching this right away because it does make it a little bit longer, but while you're using it, then you can use 2 hands to grip it. Makes it a little more steady. To be able to set up everything, you can just fold out the legs. All right, boys and girls, taking a look at the control panel on here, you actually have a menu button on here. What this is going to do is in the app, it's going to open up, give you all your different functions and everything, and we will go over all of those in a different video. But it lets you change both your scenes, your ISO, all of those different settings in the ZY Play app. The button right over here for the display toggles on and off the display and or grids that you may have on your phone. Now the center wheel on here, much like a DSLR, lets you switch through different modes and settings in the app while it's open. The center button here is basically your enter button, and or if you have your phone in there, you hold it down and it will kick on the flash as a steady light. Now there are 4 different functions on here, both north, south, east, and west. So if you click the north pattern up here, what this is going to bring up is your different video functions so that you can swap through them, whatever your resolution is or however you want to set that up. Now over here on the right hand side, when you press that, that's going to control your exposure compensation on here so that you can easily adjust that. Now if you press down on the controller over here, what this is going to do is bring up all the pictures and videos that you've done that are in the ZY Play app so that you can preview those. One of the things I ended up finding out after doing some research is this does not save it automatically to your camera roll on your phone. What you have to do is you have to go through, select them all, whatever you want to keep, and then transfer them over to your phone. Then you can transfer them either onto Facebook, social media, or to your computer. Otherwise, I haven't found out if they get lost in the ZY Play app, but otherwise they just stay there and you can't access them. Now, if you push left on the controller over here, what it does is it will flip it from front view to a selfie mode. And because the gimbal itself does not rotate 360 degrees. It won't rotate the whole camera around. What it does is it'll just bounce from the front camera to the back camera, or however you want to end up saying that. If you just want to end up taking a picture, what you can do is just hit the camera button over here. Now, one of the functions that I ended up finding out is, let's say you're wanting to do a long exposure photo. You put it on a long exposure, you set up your tripod and everything, have it pointed in your direction, and you can either in the app set it up to a manual for your long exposure, or you can set up a timer, be 2, 4, 5, 10 seconds, however you want to end up doing that. But I actually had a lot of fun with holding down the camera button while doing a long exposure and moving the camera while doing that. You get some really cool effects with that. If you want to start a video, all you have to do is just press the red button that's right here, and that will start your video function. Now, the target button that's over here, this actually controls this knob over here. Pull focus, whether it's something closer or you want something blurry in the front and crisp in the back. It lets you do that on your phone right here, easy peasy. Pressing the button again will actually let you digitally zoom both in or out, however you want to end up doing it. It makes it nice, smooth, and crispy. Now, the switch that's down here, up, is going to be your pan follow. So basically, wherever you pan the camera, it is going to slowly follow it. And locking mode is going to keep that camera focused straight forward, and no matter how you end up moving it, it's going to focus on that one point. Hitting the power button is going to kick it on. You have these LED lights on here. Basically, each one marks a quarter of the battery, so there are 4. This has a advertised runtime of 12 hours, which is going to be fantastic. Now, of course, we're going to end up probably cutting that down because we're going to plug our phone into this to be able to charge it while it's working. Over on the side over here, we of course have the charging port. This is USB-C type charging, which is actually really convenient because my phone is actually a USB-C and I have a power charger on it, so it just makes it really simple. The switch that's on the front side of it, it has 2 different positions. If you push up on it, what this puts it into is what they're calling a PhoneGo Mode, and what it allows you to do, I don't have a camera in it right now, but basically it allows you to whip it really fast, and it's going to follow that, basically lock into that position, but it's not going to be jerky. It's going to give it a nice smooth from one point to another point, and it's not going to be slow like you normally end up getting it. One of the cool things is this allows you to do your own transitions, which I will show you. I've been playing around with, so you can do whip transitions. Like if you're facing this way, you can hit that top button, hold it down, and whip out, and then when you come back to another video, you can whip into it. And it makes it so much easier in editing when you're trying to do that, just to have that right in camera. The bottom button on here is full pan follow. So if you're holding that down and you swing up, it's going to gently also swing up the camera and then swing it down as you go down, left, right. It's just going to give you a very cinematic, smooth following motion with that. Taking a look at the head up here, you do have a mini or micro USB, which will let you do a cable to your phone so it can charge at the same time. Now, this actually connects by Bluetooth between this unit and the app on the phone, so that is not necessary to connect, but trust me, that's going to be a lifesaver to you if you're doing any kind of filming at all. I did 2 time-lapse sessions of 10 minutes each. That's literally all I did, and it ate 50% of the iPhone 6 battery just doing that, so keep that in mind. Now, one thing that this has that many of the others haven't even ended up doing is, as you can see, this kind of locks into this position right here. So what that does is it basically puts it to sleep when you have it on, and it saves your battery. So let's say you're wanting to take a break in between sessions, but you're not wanting to shut everything down. You just flip it down. You can see there's a latch right here, and it'll just latch into there, and it puts everything in standby. Now, taking a look right here, you do have an adjustment knob to be able to adjust both up and down depending on your phone size. One thing I have to give them credit for, I actually have a Zhiyun phone mount. The springs that are in here are monstrous. Like you will never lose your phone out here. In fact, you have to fight to be able to get it in and out. You have a nice rubberized coating here, both here, and there is a nice bumper right here. Now keep in mind, when you put your phone in and maybe you have a mic attached to it, and or the adapter that plugs into here into there, you are going to want to keep your phone slid out just a little bit. I will go all over all those things here in a future video. Now real quick, let me just show you. I'm going to slide in my iPhone right here. Like I said, it is super tight and it just fits right into there. Now, I have seen quite a few people end up doing reviews on this, and they're complaining that they can't plug their charge cable into here into their phone. And I'm going to be honest with you. Why the hell would you want to do that? That means when you're using it, you're going to have a cable going from here to here, and it's going to give a chance for that to bind up. Why not just be smart and go from here to right here, and then you lose no mobility, no chance of things binding up or anything. I did already pick up a cable and everything. I did have to do a modification. I will show you guys how I ended up doing it. And basically I just took a DJI Mavic adapter cord and put on there. It's the right length. It works out perfect. Now, one thing that was kind of concerning, you know, everybody complains that these devices are not set up for Android. And I kind of have to go along with that. I slid my iPhone 6 in here. I didn't even need to adjust the gimbal. I didn't have to do anything to it to adjust to make it sit level. If I kick it on, look, it's there. I get no binding with it. I get no anything. It is just super freaking awesome. Now, one thing that a lot of people are complaining about is the fact that there's no joystick on here to be able to pan left, pan right. There are ways around that, and I will be more than happy to show you guys that if you want to see it in a future video. So right now I have it in this overhead view because I'm not set up to do a face-on video to show you guys. But if I hold down the pan, what they call the PhoneGo, look, I can whip it around. It's going to give a nice clean view. At any time that you're out of position and you want to go back to that standard position, neutral position, that bottom button out right there, you just have to click it twice and you'll go back to that. You can manually point it to where you want to go. When you're doing time lapses, you have to manually point it to where you want to go. That gets by the joystick part of it. You know, if you're wanting to do follow shots, it's super easy. It's not that hard, guys. And like I said, when you're all done, you want to put it on a break, there you go, and it shuts off the motors, it saves your battery, and it just puts everything in standby. It's super simple. I'm still playing around with the app to try and get things going with that. But like I said, this is just an initial unboxing. I know it's kind of long, but I want to give you guys an idea of what I've been working on and playing with. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first view and look on the Zhiyun Smooth 4. It's been a blast to show you guys. Definitely stay tuned. I'm going to have some videos coming up on how to use it. Summertime's here. I want to be outside and doing some videography. I have a ton of stuff coming up that is, well, not usual for my channel, and I think a lot of you will end up enjoying it. Thank you again for hanging out with me. As usual, everything that I talk about will be linked down in the description. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, YouTube.